There's protection on the boundary, but he's batting like no one else has batted tonight, Shane Watson.
I'll always say a batter that's got nothing to lose or a fearless mind is a very dangerous one that no opposition wants to come up against. And for me, Pat Cummins has really been the only one. Yes, the situation has dictated that he is fearless. Would have been nice to be able to just see the Aussie batters just take the game, take the attack to South Africans that little bit more tonight.
Well directed short ball from Rabada. It felt like Australia had no plan tonight in terms of how to go about this run chase, and Cummins has come in now and just shown such good intent. Six from the over, 168 for 8. Partnership between Labuschagne and Stark, had it been more than a runner ball and really created some energy in that, what kind of impact will it have had on this reply? South Africa have been incredible. They really have. They haven't allowed Australia to settle at all. .144 more needed from 72 balls. South Africa, from their perspective, 2 more wickets for successive wins.
White.
Cummins and Zampa have come in, find the middle of their bat straight away. It's good signs for the Aussies. 2 overs, 2 wickets to go, 2 wickets in hand.
Oh!
Nicely bowled from Shamsi, just slowing it up a little bit. That little bit tighter to the stumps.
Be a tough one for Australia to swallow. If they lose this game, it will be their longest losing streak in a World Cup. They've never lost 4 matches on the trot. And this is dating back to 2019, of course, the last group game, the semi-final, and then the opening game against India. What a shot. It's amazing how they've come up and just got the ball in the middle of the bat. What has been the change? What has been the difference?
It's the intent. And looking for opportunities to score. The partnership 26 from 25, and just that mindset of trying to get runs as opposed to defending. Now take nothing away from the way South Africa bowled in the first 10. Those 2 opening bowlers were spot on, they were consistent, they were hitting good areas, and Mitch Marsh and David Warner tried to score, but the quality of the bowling was exceptional. So I think that yes, the batting looked a little bit limp, but it was some quality bowling up front that really set things up for South Africa. 50 for 3 rather, after the first 10 overs. And that's where the game usually is won or lost, in power play 1.
Oh my sack, what a take, boys.
169 for 8.
Excellent ball, but goodness me, look at this take. Oh, Quinton de Kock is a beautiful take. It's been a big day for Quinton de Kock, and he's still on right to the end. Making no mistakes.
Australia, usually so good in the first 10 overs, often striking that power play, getting teams on the back foot. Not to be today, batters.
I just want to have a look at the difference of how the bowlers from both teams operated. This is the Australian seamers, 46% in that length. Another beauty from Kagiso Rabada, 3 for 28. So let's look at the comparison of how both sets of fast bowlers operated inside the first 10 overs. And this is the South African seamers, 62% on that good length. So they were consistent for longer, and hence they picked up those 3 wickets as compared to no wickets for Australia.
Up and short of Shamsi. Yeah, and that's where it really set things up for South Africa. They're 53 without loss after 10, and were really able to build, and Quinton de Kock found his rhythm in his batting, getting to 100. Even though they lost wickets towards the back end of the innings, it was all set up really well at the top.
Paddy Cummins is definitely finding his groove out there. And look, there's no question, you could see Dave Warner and Mitchell Marsh in that first power play really trying to take the attack to the South Africans. But the South Africans were just so relentless. There was no loose balls. It just made it impossible for the Australian batters to be able to find any rhythm at all, to be able to be confident with how the ball was coming through. Zampa just gave himself a bit of room and bunted it down past mid-on. The 2 runs. Zampa's certainly showing the way.
His bowling coach Eric Simons, talking earlier ahead of the game, he said you can have all your plans in place. It's about adapting, and how well have South Africa adapted to the surface. Gone, 174 for 8. Final power play, last 10 overs. Australia 174 for 8. They've done well to still be out there. Everyone's been talking about net run rate. It's become a big talking point early on in the competition. The weekend.
Yeah, I like this from Shamsi. He has an additional fielder in the inner circle. He has mid-off in position. He's allowed 5 fielders outside the inner circle, but he's asking Zampa to take him on, and almost getting his first World Cup scalp. Not to be. Could have made a couple changes, Watu, in terms of personnel. Still on the brink of going under. What else can they do? Can they do anything else to get a victory in that next game?
Yeah, look, I was surprised after the Australians had stuck with Alex Carey for so long. They did make a change after one game of the World Cup on a very challenging surface in Chennai. And then Inglis to come in and bat at number 5. But outside of that, Australia's just need to be consistently better across all.
straight to long off. David Miller, the catcher. Shamsi has his first World Cup wicket. Pat Cummins perishes.
Pat Cummins definitely got a bit of length there. But unfortunately, he's got the outside part of his bat. And Shamsi, it was the wrong one. Pat Cummins, you could see him pick it, tried to hit it dead straight, just got a little bit wide on him. Dave Miller, he is very, very safe under the high ball. He very rarely makes a mistake. Shamsi gets his first wicket in Cricket World Cups. Pat Cummins is gone. Well enough from the skipper. 22 of 21, Australia 175 for 9.
Wouldn't it be nice if things went better than you ever imagined? Join Sky Mobile and get 99% network coverage. Imagine that. Sky Mobile. Hello, possible.
South Africa just 1 wicket away. Josh Hazlewood comes in at number 11. Australia still 136 runs behind. It's been all South Africa. Hazlewood off the mark. That should be a couple if Cummins correction Zampa wants to give him back the strike. He does. Cummins, the man that found long off. David Miller, excellent fielder. The fielding has been very good from South Africa. Ground fielding and catching.